Gemma Crane. As Danielle Caruso will look to get play restarted. Coburn Wolves already having a few chances coming in. All down the line. Connolly leaves it. Caceres collects it. Connolly to John. Back to Connolly. All astray there.
What do your score predictions say, John?
We'll go with 6-0 to the Coburn Wolves. We might have a first here. Burn.
Beautiful defending there by Perth AFC, and they're on the break now. Can they capitalise? Unfortunately not.
To Connolly. Inside, Crane. Looks for John. Cleared away by Perth AFC.
Of course, I've got an update on the situation last night where we broke the news that Brian Watkins is associated with Coburn Wolves. I've been told that he is running training sessions, however not on the bench for the match day, wanting to take a more relaxed approach. What are your thoughts on this, John? Of course, man has a lot of experience. Do you think he can add anything to the Wolves?
Yeah, absolutely. Brian Watkins has coached at a very high level. He used to be the men's coach and coach for WA, so I'm sure he'll get these girls playing already better than they are. This isn't going to be easy to do because I've got some of the best players in the state. I'll pull it out wide. From number 12, Suzanne Clark, looking for Perth AFC, number 6, Brie Marie. Caceres, restart play. To Connolly. John makes the run. Crane.
So far, we're seeing some really nice rotations here by the Coburn Wolves side. Playing their 3-1 formation, doing almost a figure 8 rotation at times. What are your thoughts on this, John? Do you think this will be able to break down the Perth AFC defence?
Yeah, I think it will be if they can keep rotating and be patient with the ball and break them down. I think they'll definitely find gaps and get goals from it. Kicked in by AFC, headed by Connolly. Burn. Just about manages to keep it in. Ref says no. Sideline ball to Perth AFC. As Richardson comes up. Ronnie McPlay on. Crane. Still going Crane. As Burn at the back post. Looks for her. Ball into Jan. He places it over the bar. Caruso. Plays it short. Down the line looking for McPlay.
Seems like so far Coburn Wolves have been dominating possession, but AFC have had their fair chances. Do you think that this counter-attacking futsal can pay off dividends in the women's sport? What do you think, John?
Oh, look, I think the quality in Coburn Wolves will shine through. It's only a matter of time before they break the deadlock. I'd like to be proven wrong, but there's so much talent on the court for Coburn Wolves. AFC are going to struggle to hold them much longer. Once one goes in, the floodgates may well open. Caruso, it's not going to be easy for AFC a new side, so it's going to take a while for them to gel. Press. Signing from the Northern Hawks.
Beautiful through ball there to Burn. Of course, Burn, a person who's very known in the futsal community and, of course, has her own business for sport recovery. What are your thoughts on that, John? Do you think she does a good job for herself?
I actually didn't know that, but yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure she makes pretty good money.
Yes, Reset HQ, if you want to look at that on Instagram. I have been there once or twice myself, and I can recommend it myself, so make sure you check her out on Instagram.
Gemma Crane, ball in the centre to John. John flicks it on. McClay. Caruso to McClay.
Of course, we apologise. We were having some technical difficulties with John Goodich's mic earlier, but like Fernandez, the player he's wearing now, he did recover it well.
Caruso in the centre. Corley. Byrne. Still going Byrne. Ball trickles out of play.
Who are the ones to watch for each side here today, John?
I think for the Coburn Wolves, it was Mariana Turbane, who's not playing, who I think was the star player. I think the one to watch, I actually can't remember. And then for AFC, it was Bonnie McClay and Keely Hughes. Hughes hasn't entered the court yet, but we've tipped her to score a couple of goals this season when she does. Crane fires off the right. Well saved by Caruso. The AFC defense holding up well so far. Claudia Heinzel on now for the Wolves. Corley. Out wide to Byrne. Lovely ball in between lines from Byrne. Looking for Corley, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength.
So I've just done a bit of my research here, and the ones to watch so far this season was Jess Flannery for Coburn Wolves, like you were saying. And for Perth AFC, we got Keely Hughes, like you were saying, the star woman Bonnie McCleany. What are your thoughts on that, John?
Well, Bonnie McClay used to play for Sterling Braza-Junga. She is a seasoned veteran of the game and will look to bring some experience to the Perth AFC side this season. Keely Hughes hasn't entered the court yet for AFC, but a former Cambio Cumbre player, so she's being coached by the very best in WA. Byrne to Heinzel. Heinzel looks over the top. Caruso will collect it. Crane gets in front. Ball to the back post. Corley could have made more of that one. AFC look long, looking for McClay. Ball out wide. Crane. And now back to McAuliffe. Through the centre. Looking for Heinzel. Down the line. Flicked on.
We see here Perth AFC handing in the card for the timeout. So there'll be a timeout next for Perth AFC when they get possession. Do you think this is to potentially get in front of the game, John?
I think, Ben Gertrude will just look to steady the ship defensively.
I mean, so far they've been doing well. Do you maybe think that maybe the commentators' curse is coming out here?
Look, I reckon they've got pretty unlucky. A lot of wasted chances by the Coburn Wolves. If Ben Gertrude can look them to get a bit more defensively solidified and cut those chances out altogether, they'll do better in the long run. Corley. Crane. Ball over the top from Crane. Too long for McAuliffe's run. Caruso. Bagoyan. McClay looking for the ball in line. Crane. McClay looking to win it back, but Crane's got the better of her. Still going Crane. Thrust it out wide to McAuliffe. But Caruso's done well. She's probably been the shining light for AFC so far. And that ball looking through for the number 14's run.
And of course, a massive player missing today for Perth AFC. Amberley Hall, a WA state player. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think they'll miss it today?
I didn't know she was playing for AFC this season, but definitely a good coup for them. And it's exactly what they need to be competitive in this division. AFC wanting the timeout, not getting it. I'll get it the next time they get possession of the ball. Caruso, good save. McLeod's bursting forward. Connolly. McAuliffe. Heinz was making the run to the back post. Connolly was used instead. And another sideline ball for the Wolves. Corley.
Coburn Wolves have got to make sure that they use their counter-attack opportunities in order to exploit an unsettled Perth AFC defence, but just then they took too long.
Yeah, they've got to take some of these chances. They've had the better of the possession, the better of the opportunities, but on the scoreline, it's paired as we have had a Perth AFC timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Caruso. Ball forward by AFC, picked up by Caceres. Heinzel to Corley. Back to Heinzel. Richardson wins it for Perth AFC. Connolly, good turn. Still going Judy Connolly. Fires off the left, well saved by Caruso. And a rolling foul against Perth AFC. A corner to come for the Wolves. And a poor corner by Georgia Corley. But for some reason, she's being allowed to retake it. It was because it was a sideline ball, not a corner. So another poor one, and it's gone out on the far side. All the way back to Clark. Richardson. Inside to Heinzel. Connolly. Down the line to Corley. Looks for the back row. And now a 2-on-1 for AFC. A good chance here for Perth AFC. Caceres does enough. And makes the save at the near post.
Coming out when she needs it the most. The danger
when you've had so much possession. You're susceptible to getting caught out on the counter, and AFC very nearly made them pay. Corley, McAuliffe.
Press from here, press from here, press from here.
Corley around the corner. Caceres goes long looking for Connolly, who flicks it onto Jan. Caruso with a smart stop. All the way back. Marie.
I think we see part of the game plan there from Coach Ben. He says to go long. Seems like the Perth AFC strategy is to exploit their one-on-one with the target. What are your thoughts on that, John? Do you think it can pay off?
Yeah, I think that's probably their best option, going long and trying to use the physicality and unpredictability of those long balls to force an error out of the Wolves. Up the other end, McAuliffe to Byrne. It was John to Byrne, rather. And now the Wolves have a corner. Byrne to McAuliffe. He scuffs her effort, still alive. And now it's rebounded out to Connolly. Back post ball. Has fortunately found McAuliffe, who opens the scoring for the Coburn Wolves. It was an unconventional goal. Judy Connolly's scuff shot ended up being a perfect pass to the back post. And Kate McAuliffe, rather, was able to finish it. Hughes. McAuliffe. Good dribble. Jan on the inside. Murray puts it into touch.
Back post. Back post.
With 5 minutes left, is this how you predicted the half to go, John?
I think AFC have actually held up better than I've expected. And they've given a really good showing of themselves. I actually thought they'd be down a couple more goals, but
I think this might be characteristic of AFC's plan this season across men's and women's, is that they're definitely plan to do a counter-attacking style of futsal. Very simple but very effective, and a back pass to the keeper.
That's going to be too touch. Caruso should have left it. It's going to be an indirect free kick on the edge of the D. And a chance for the Coburn Wolves to double their lead going into halftime. 4 minutes left on the clock. McAuliffe's goal separates the two sides thus far. Caruso's been busy. Can she pull out another save? Burns standing over it. Crane to her right. Jan has got to be careful she doesn't obstruct the keeper. Connolly out wide. Will we see?
Big, massive gap there in the defense. I'm not sure why the Perth AFC players are to the right.
Burn.
But that's where the ball went.
Puts it wide. Caruso, AFC getting away with one there. A long ball from Caruso. Connolly, Richardson in a battle with her. Connolly gets the better of. Crane out wide. Connolly opts to use it. Crane up to Burn. Burn into the corner. And in the centre, Caruso does well. Out wide to Hughes. Hughes being pressed by Crane. Hughes does really well. Crane wins it back in the end. Still going Crane. Burn. John. Connolly. Looking for Crane. And AFC, for a side that has been inactive for a season or so now, have come out much stronger than I've expected. Little was known about them going into the first round, but they've definitely put out some good recruitments.
But of course, something you got to remember is that they also have an outfield, or should I say outdoor club, that remained very competitive in the women's, I believe it's Hyundai Div 1 State League. So that's probably how they maintain their players, and their fitness and skills are improving. So what are your thoughts on that, John? Do you think the outdoor game can assist in the futsal game?
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely a good place to get players from, especially when you're starting a new club. The Perth AFC women's side did very well this season in the Women's State League. And it'll be good to see if that can transition into futsal. Caruso lets it run. Richardson. And a poor ball from Richardson, conceding in the corner. Connolly, back to Crane. Out to Connolly. To Burn. Back post. Connolly squares it. And it's gone in. Jess Burn adds the finishing touch. It barely crossed over the line, but it did nonetheless. And the Wolves will look to go into halftime with a 2-goal lead. Lewis, Jan to Crane, can shut another on the board for the Wolves. Connolly up to Crane. Burn. Crane again. Connolly back heel through the legs. McClay tries to find the long ball. Crane's picked it up. And inside now. And Crane goes to ground. I didn't actually see much contact in that one. But nevertheless, the foul's been given. As Gemma Crane standing over this one. A minute left on the clock. Hit the post. Rebound out to Byrne. Over the bar. Lewis.
Come to it.
Long ball looking for Bagoyan. Connolly, lovely turn. Crane to Byrne. Out wide to Crane. Scooped over the top.
Over.
Connolly.
Follow.
Byrne. And Byrne running out of real estate. Scoop forward, a chance for AFC. But it's hit the side netting. That wasn't far away. Caceres to Jan. Byrne. Crane. Oh, Crane's had her pocket picked at the back. A chance for AFC. And it's 2-1.
Well worked with the efforts from Perth AFC off that press, although we have been notified that the clock is currently frozen.
That's all right. You didn't call the timeout either. We'll call it even.
A bit of deliberation by the referees, but it looks like the goal is going to stand. AFC have found a way back into the game just before half time. Or will the goal stand? I'm not sure what's happened there if it hasn't. Okay, so the goal will stand. We've got confirmation.
Hey, step back.
Jan.
Here you go.
Connolly. Crane. Still going Crane. Tries to look for the back post.
Here. Two back.
And that's half time. Coburn Wolves 2. Perth AFC 1. Clay to Richardson. Ball in the middle. Corley. Byrne. Ball in between lines. Picked up by Caruso. And now it's McClay. Tries to switch it to Richardson. Byrne to Heinzel. Heinzel's reverse ball finds Corley around the corner. Lovely play. Jess Byrne for a second goal. It is saved by Caruso.
So we've just been told that there is some technical difficulties on the stream. Just a reminder that the score is 2-1 at the moment to Cockburn Wolves, not 2-0 that you're seeing on your screen. Unfortunately, we're having some technical difficulties which we'll make sure to fix as soon as possible.
Caruso, or in fact just a keeper switch at half-time. It looks like it's Indy Antunes who's coming to goal.
Of course,
for AFC.
She did play in goals for AFC during their last campaign, so maybe she's the favourite keeper now, we're not sure.
Heinzel, Corley, looks long, but to no avail. Antunes to Lewis, and the ball down the line, can't find Marie. Corley to Byrne, first time ball out is good, it finds McAuliffe who's got around Lewis, and it's a great goal by Kate McAuliffe to make it 3-1 to the Cockburn Wolves with a lovely piece of skill down the line. And you can't say it hasn't been coming. McAuliffe with her second goal of the match.
So that makes the score 3-1 to the Cockburn Wolves.
Lewis, ball over the top.
Seems like the instructions from halftime from Ben Gertrude were to go more direct. That seems to be the style of play that is happening right now for Perth AFC. What are your thoughts on that, John? Do you think that's the way back into this game?
Yeah, I think it is. That's what they have to do if they have any chance of getting a result today. Caceres, Byrne,
Beautiful
keeps
switch
it
of
in.
play there.
Corley, and a poor pass from George Corley. Sees possession, change hands. Out wide to Lewis. Lewis scoops it down the line, looking for McClay's run, but the ball goes out. McAuliffe to Corley. Byrne.
Beautiful back heel.
Corley. Still going Georgia Corley. Was she clipped? Referee says yes. It's a free kick for the Cockburn Wolves.
Of course, being under the guidance of Ben Gertrude before, I know that he's a big fan of using all 5 fouls in a half, so that's why he's clapping there. He wants these tactical fouls to go through.
Byrne to Caceres.
Perth AFC need to be very careful where they're getting drawn in 3 against 1 player.
Corley cuts inside, lovely feet, but what a save that is from Indy Antunes.
And a youngster too. It's great to see the Perth AFC giving youngsters a chance here.
Corley lays it off the line. Antunes collects it easily. He's looking for it over the top. It's fallen to Heinzel. Heinzel to Corley. Lewis scoops it over. Keely Hughes can't keep it in. Crane to Heinzel. Now they can press. Hughes. That was their chance, but they couldn't take it. Keely Hughes drives wide. Crane to Heinzel, back to Crane. And the ball through from Crane, being taken by McAuliffe. Corley. Heinzel.
Perth AFC doing very well with the press here to keep Coburn Wolves out. See if it continues.
McAuliffe down the line. Good save. Long ball over. But it's rolled through to Caceres. McAuliffe. Corley. And the ball over the top. Chested down by McAuliffe. All the way back to Corley. McAuliffe again. Corley. Nice feet.
Of course, after this game, John, we have another women's Supa-Liga game with Cumbre versus Western Devils. Are you excited to see what Nesta can make of this women's side that we've seen so close with a bunch of Fremantle FC friendlies?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Devils will definitely be the favourites to win, but it'll be interesting to see if Cumbre can cause an upset. Crane drives through the centre. Connolly now, back on. Back to Corley. Heinzel. Hughes. In fact, it's Richardson to bring it in. Back to Richardson. Give it away in the centre. Heinzel to Connolly. And Crane can't keep it in. Bangoyan. Fires from distance. Caceres palms it away for a corner. Up the line. Cuts inside to Lewis. Now Crane. Connolly with space ahead of her. Heinzel at the back post. Good sliding block from Bangoyan. Ball stayed alive. Corley. Shot from distance. Bangoyan. Got to be careful here. Being pressed high by Connolly. Lewis over the top ball. It might fall for AFC. But they can't finish.
And just an update on the score. We've got the timer back and it is 3-1 to Coburn Wolves. John, do you think they can recover this at Perth AFC?
It's not going to be easy. Wolves are having a lot of possession. AFC are creating some chances on the counter, but the 2-goal deficit against a defence that's formidable will prove a tall task. But we'll see what the last 11 minutes has in store. Ball through the legs. Connolly. Connolly goes down the line. Heinzel out wide and cleared away by Lewis. AFC are holding up pretty well. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout called by the Coburn Wolves. Current score, Coburn Wolves 3, Perth AFC 1. Jan to Connolly. Ball down the line. McAuliffe scoops it over the top. Long throw. And it's a corner for Perth AFC. All the way back to Bangoyan. Long ball forward. Rebounds off the AFC target. And out
Should
for a
probably-
sideline ball. Connolly. She's going to
Probably
punch it
should've-
long. Down the
should've
line
done
to
better the AFC
Byrne. The
target there.
ball's good. John.
Beautiful
Byrne.
1-2 action from Coburn Wolves at the moment.
Ball down the line to John. Can she get there? Antoinette Fields. Marie. And a long ball to Noah Vale. Caceres picks it up. Connolly. And a poor one down the line really by Judy Connolly. Bangoyan. Ball through. Looking for Marie.
Got to say, in another day, and Perth AFC might actually be ahead here. They're getting a lot of balls over that are sort of working and splitting the defense. What are your thoughts, John? Do you think they can sort of exploit this maybe outdoor mentality?
They're going to need a bit of luck, but if the ball falls to the feet of their target, then they'll definitely be well within a chance of scoring some goals. We saw it in the first half. They have caught out Coburn Wolves on the break, but there's a lot of excellent attacking prowess from the Wolves going forward as we see Jan tries to play to the back post. Bangoyan. Wolves get back in numbers. Bangoyan down the line, pass blocked. Marie just hoofing it over. Probably should have taken a touch there. Antunes. Lewis. Ball down the line to McClay. And she turn. Bangoyan. And tries to play it into Lewis's run.
Oh.
McAuliffe. She's been good today. Scorer of 2 of Coburn's goals. McClay running out of real estate. Connolly goes for a run. Loses out.
Of course, Wolves need to be careful there. Although they are a very technical team, they can definitely not afford to be dribbling out from the back in that fixo position.
Antoinette. Byrne with the shirt pull. And it's a free kick.
And I believe that is a timeout for Perth AFC. We'll see what Ben Gertrude can drop the set play situation. We'll be right back. We see Perth AFC set play potentially. We'll see what they can muster of it. A straight shot towards the wall. And that was a good opportunity there, but maybe too basic of a set play for the Women's Supa-Liga competition.
Caceres goes long.
Oh, beautiful bit of skill there.
McAuliffe trying to battle through. Lewis. McAuliffe gets stuck in again. Byrne. Jan. Given away. McClay. Marie. Lewis. Cawley tries to win it back. Marie. And that one will go over. Caceres. Long throw in the middle. Chan. Almost giving it away at the back there. Sideline ball for AFC. Bankoyan to Lewis. Lewis wants to one-on-one. Loses out. Cawley. Numbers forward. McAuliffe. Byrne on the left. Just Byrne. Cross the plate to the back post. And appealing for a penalty for some late contact. But the referee not buying it. And Tunes. Lewis. Hughes back off the bench. Back rolls it to Lewis. Jan. Cawley. Long ball over. Not going to trouble Antunes. McClay. In the centre. Loses out. Cawley to Byrne. Byrne has Richardson to beat.
Beautiful bit of skill
Richardson
there by Byrne.
Beat by Byrne. Back post ball. But rolls out of bounds. And Tunes, long throw. McClay, good touch. Pressure up her backside from John. Richardson. McClay. Lewis. Tries to find Richardson. But it's gone behind now. McClay in the centre. Richardson. Hughes. Long ball. Lace it down. And Lewis's shot deflected. A corner to come for AFC. If they score now, it will set us up for a Grand Slam finish. If the Wolves score next, it's game set match. McAuliffe probably been player of the match today, but can't keep it in on that occasion. Lewis to Hughes. And Hughes gives it away cheaply. Caceres can take her time with this one. Connolly's back on. McAuliffe to the bench. Byrne stumbles. And that's gone out. Sideline ball for AFC. Everyone counts now. Time's their enemy. But they've given a good display of themselves this afternoon. Plenty to work with. And it looks like Jess Byrne goes into the referee's notebook. She can't be silly these last few minutes. They'll definitely want her for next week. Hughes, McClay off the left boot.
I definitely think that Jess Byrne has been one of the top performers for the Wolves. Who would you give the top performer for AFC?
Look, I think both keepers have been outstanding. Caruso in the first half and Tunes in the second half. Their long throws are really powerful and causing problems for the Coburn Wolves, and some of the one-on-one saves they've pulled off have been quite phenomenal. I've been impressed with AFC today. They've given a great account of themselves, made the game much closer than many would have expected. And for a first hit out as a new team, a new side, the future looks very bright. The game still isn't over yet. Can they pull one back? Connolly puts it into touch. Quick switch to Hughes. They're going to have to start going forward soon. They want to get something out of the match. Lewis doing her best to do so. Hughes is in behind. And a save at the near post by Caceres. Lewis, shot block. It's rebounded out to Corley. She's not going to get there. AFC keep it in. Richardson all the way back to Antunes. Long ball. Corley heads it clear. Bangoyan back on.
Of course, just a reminder that in the last 2 minutes it is stop clock. So that means that when the ball goes out, the clock actually stops. This is in order to prevent time wasting and is the usual for most futsal professional matches.
Hughes to Lewis. Great ball, but Bangoyan couldn't bring it down. Byrne wants it up top. Hughes defends well. Lewis getting stuck in. Still Lewis! Still Lewis! And it's gone in. And we're going to have a big final minute. AFC have picked it up this second half. The goal's been coming. And now it's on the board. A minute and 9 seconds left for Perth AFC in their debut match to get something out of the game against one of the league's heavyweights. Byrne.
This women's competition's really lining up. We're seeing some close games here today.
Antunes, long, Marie, needed to be better there. Connolly, brilliant footwork. Connolly advances forward. Back post is Byrne. Antunes collects it easily. Bangoyan. Lewis is on the overlap. Fires off the left boot. Blocked by Chan. And 2 rolling fouls against AFC. But it's not going to matter. They're not in foul trouble. They've just got to get a goal on the board. Bangoyan shot forcing the save out of Caceres. Clock stop with 39 seconds left. AFC have a corner. One chance is all they need. Byrne. That one's only gone as far as Antunes. But her pass is poor. And it gives an opportunity to the Cockburn Wolves to slow it down. I've just got to see the game out, the Cockburn Wolves. But that's a poor pass from Jan. It's given away. Lewis wants it. You can tell. Is that going to be a yellow card? Jan not happy. A little bit rushed there from Lewis. Big given away by Byrne. And that shot coming in, not going to be troubling. Long ball over the top. Can't pick out just Jan's run. 18 seconds. They've got to be quick. They can't afford to waste time. But that one's given away. And I think the Cockburn Wolves have done enough. It would take a monumental error for AFC to get a point out of the game from here. Byrne. Corley. Back to Byrne. And that'll see us out. It's a 3-2 win to Perth, to Cockburn Wolves against Perth AFC. It was a brilliant matchup. 2 goals to Kate McAuliffe, 1 goal to Jess Byrne. And for Perth AFC, it was Caitlin Lewis and the number 14 who wasn't listed on the team sheet. We'll just have a look at some of the full-time statistics before we'll be right back with the next game between Cambio Cumbre and the Western Devils.